Today I'll be reviewing Magical Girl Spec Ops Asuka. This is an anime series most people haven't heard about, but since this is a dark Magical Girl anime series, I decided to watch it. In this anime series, the main character Asuka suffers from PTSD because of a traumatic past. She had to work as a magical girl and had to kill many things, not to mention, everyone she cared deeply about died. She is still affected by the blood and violence she's seen. She just wants to live life as a normal high school girl. But it's never that easy. She can never truly quit being a magical girl. This anime series wasn't as dark as other magical girl anime series, but it still went pretty far. In this anime, sometimes being a magical girl means a life full of suffering. We see the main character Asuka suffering all the time because of her memories of the past. We see how sad her life is, and just when things are starting to turn around, the violence is starting all over again. This anime loves showing messed up scenes. We see limbs being cut off constantly, we see characters having terrible things done to them, and it was pretty gruesome to watch. This anime series did not hold back. So the important thing to think about while judging this anime is if it's trying too hard to be dark and edgy. I felt that maybe it's trying too much to be dark at times, but it wasn't too bad. At first, when you see a limb being cut off, it's like, wow, you don't expect to see that. But when this keeps happening almost every episode, and the anime is showing very violent scenes, it's like, okay, maybe this is getting a bit excessive. It makes more sense for an anime series like Higurashi to show violent scenes because the characters are literally crazy. But is it really needed here? I could see an argument on why it's needed here. After all, war is very violent, and you expect people to lose their limbs, and for captured people to have terrible things done to them. This anime series is trying to show how horrible war can be. And I'm glad this anime series did not hold back. Because we see such horrible things being done on screen, we can now understand Asuka's suffering and why she has PTSD. It makes sense why she is a wreck at times. Anyone would not be alright after experiencing what she went through. This anime series surprisingly did a great job at showing the horrors of war, and why many war veterans end up really getting messed up mentally from war, even if it's been many years already. If you watch other anime reviews where I talk about dark magical girl anime series besides Monica Magica, I often say it's trying too much to be dark and edgy. But here, I think the dark atmosphere is just right. This is war after all. It's supposed to be very violent. In terms of what we can expect from the plot, it's basically a war anime series, but with magical girls. Just think of every war anime series that takes place in the modern world, and then just add in magical girls. That was pretty much this anime series. If you find war anime series to be boring, obviously this anime isn't for you. I did like the crossover between magical girls and war. It's entertaining to see what really happened if our military suddenly had magical girls working for them. Would magical girls just be too strong? It was nice seeing the anime series give a good portrayal of what would happen if magical girls were added to the mix. The impact of magical girls felt reasonable and realistic. It felt like the writers really thought about the scenario. There weren't any plot holes where it felt like, yeah, this moment is dumb. I felt this anime series handled the crossover very well. Sometimes two genres just don't mix, but here it did feel natural to see magical girls being used by military. It didn't feel too ridiculous. It felt that even something as lighthearted as magical girls could fit a serious atmosphere like war. What makes this anime series really great is seeing Asuka's story throughout. It was intriguing seeing Asuka face her inner demons, and once again find the courage to fight as a magical girl. In other settings, this would be seen as cliche, but it works here because we are literally shown horrible events that happen in Asuka's life. This anime series is not being too dramatic. In this situation, it really does take a lot of courage to fight again. In terms of characters, I really like Asuka and Kurumi. Asuka is a strong, likable character. She mostly keeps calm under pressure. Yet, she still has flaws that show she is not some perfect human. She is a regular person just like us, and can also feel scared at times. Kurumi was an entertaining and funny girl that had a disturbing way of treating her enemies. She has a bright smile on her face, yet does very messed up things to people to get them to talk. I like her obsession with Asuka. She really wants Asuka to notice her. She felt like a yandere in that way, and you know how much I like yandere characters. I find that kind of character very entertaining to watch. I will say, I am simply amazed by the characters in this anime series. Usually in anime series like this, there's always that one or two annoying characters, but here, everyone is mostly likable. Even the villains. Because this anime series actually gave the villains great characterization by showing us their sad backstory early on. They aren't being evil just for the sake of being evil. There is actual good motivation for them. The opening and ending song for this anime series were alright. I really like the intense music that played during the fight scenes. The animation style and animation looked good throughout. For once, a Dark Magical Girl anime series was actually good and wasn't too edgy. I liked the series' tone and how this anime series didn't hold back. The crossover between the military genre and the magical girl genre felt just right. I give this anime series a 7 out of 10.